Hello, I am Wallace, the Polish toy guy. Thank you for joining me in today's video, in which I'm going to show you how to transform Deluxe Warpath from Transformers Generations. This video will cover both ways, transforming Warpath from tank to robot mode and back. Before we start, please note that this video is not a review, and as such does not include my personal thoughts on this toy. If you would like me to make a full review, let me know in the comment section or in the poll for this video, and with enough feedback I will fulfill your request. Now, on to the transformation. We can start transforming Warpath from his tank mode to robot mode by separating the front of the tank from this grey part, and the best way to do it is to get our fingers between the front and rear threads and pry it a bit up, like so, and now we can put one of our pointing fingers at the top of the turret and our thumb at this part on the back to swing down the front threads and the assembly down. These will become the legs in a moment, and now we can grab the rear threads and using this hinge move the turret and the upper part of the tank up, like so, and now we can start transforming the torso. So first we want to partly bend down this grey bit on this hinge, and then we want to also bend down the following part, and we have to first fully bend this part and not this part so that these tabs will go into this slot. So we align everything, and now we can use this secondary hinge to collapse the turret and this assembly down so that this now protruding tab will lock into this slot. Just like that. Now we can work on the legs, so we first split them apart, and now we pry this section up a bit to release locks that connect this bit to the thread. It's unlocked, so now we can pull down the thread so that it will become the soles of the robot feet, and now keeping it at an angle like this so that this part will lock into this gap, we bring closer this panel that will become the shins with the rest of the leg, and as you can see it will also tab into position. And now we can tap the foot and the rest of the leg, and now we can swing it inward on this thigh swivel. And now we do it on the other side, so we separate these, pull down on the thread, now use this slot to lock with this tab, keeping the thread at an angle. Once everything is into position, we pull this straight and we rotate on the thigh, the lower leg, to such a position, and now the legs are done. So now we can work on the arms. We go to the back and open up this panel, and as you can see here we have the forearm over the middle part of the upper arm, so we just separate these parts like that. But before we close this off, we use this tab to swing out the fists of the robot. Now we can close this off, and to do the same on the other side, open up the panel, move the forearm down, move the fist outside, close off the panel, and we are slowly finishing. Now we can swing the weapons inside, and finally it's time for the head reveal. We get our thumb on the barrel and we simply push it in to reveal Warpath's head. Like that. Let's do it again. Firmly grabbing the barrel and slowly pushing it in at a straight line. We are pushing out the robot head like that. And now Warpath's robot mode is complete. And now it's time to transform Warpath back into his tank mode. I will start this process by working on his limbs. So first we want to open up the panel at the top of the forearm using this hinge above the thread. This will reveal a huge gap into which we flip the hand, and atop of the hand we put this grey bit using the elbow hinge that will go all over this cutout, and we align everything so that these two pieces are in line, so that when we close this, the thread is partly touching the painted part of the shoulder guard. And once we have something like this, we close the panel off again to complete the tank thread number 1. So we do this on the other side, open up at this hinge, flip in the robot fist, align everything, and swing the forearm so that it goes over this grey bit, and so that the thread touches this silver piece. And now we close this off, and the rear threads of the tank are ready. Now we can work on the front ones. So first we swing the legs outward on the thigh swivels, and now we wiggle the feet so that the front is going slightly upward. This unlocks a tab inside and allows us to flip the front panel of the leg like so, and now we can pry this a bit further up, and using this tab and this hole we will align everything so that these will lock together. And now we do it on the same on the other side. We lift this up here, pulling down on the heels, flip out the shin panel just a bit more so that we can collapse the foot and connect it onto this tab. And now using these tabs and these slots we can connect the legs together. It may require a bit of aligning due to the ball joints at the hips, but with a bit of patience it can be done. And now we have something like this, so it's time to work on the torso. First we extend the tank barrel to make room for the head inside the torso. We now push it so that it goes inside, and we cover it up with this panel. And now we detach this panel from the waist, just unclip it, and now we swing the tank turret up so that it's aligned with the back. And now we can flip out this lower chest panel or abdomen part so that it's also flush with the turret, and we do the same with this grey bit. And now we leave this hinge alone and we work using this one. So we move it so that the crotch is under the turret, and now using the ball joints in the hips we move the legs so that these tabs will lock with these slots. So we align everything. If you're having problems with the turret you can just rotate it so it's out of the way. So we align everything, it's locked, so now we return the turret into its original position. And now the finishing touch, we flip the weapons outward. And now Warpath's tank mode is complete. And that's all for this transformation guide. I hope it was useful to you and made your time with this toy more pleasant. If you would like to see a transformation guide or a review of another toy on my channel, let me know and I will see what can be done about it. I'm looking forward to meeting with you again in another video soon, and until then, stay well. Thank you for watching.